Weighing out, trying to bug with you. Ay. Oh, that's your best friend. I'm trying to bug with it. Hey guys, it's Alicia. So today I'm here to do another true life video, and this one is going to be based off of stuff like, okay, one day I'm going to just start off with a little story. So one day I was talking to my friends on WeChat, right? So we was talking about something. I really don't know how this conversation came up, but I know that I had just woke up, and then I know I was just waking up, and then the conversation was already going on. So then I jumped into the conversation, and it was something about black people that say, oh, I'm not black, I'm this. So you know what I'm saying? Like, if a Haitian person says, oh, I'm not black, I'm Haitian, you just said that you're black. Like, if people don't understand the fact that black is an umbrella for people who are black, then they need to, you know, look in Google, google.com. I'll leave a link right here. Like, honestly, they need to look up the term black. Like, for them to say, oh, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. Oh, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. Oh, I'm not black, I'm whatever else there is. For people to sit here and say, oh, I'm not black, I'm Bahamian. Like, no, like somebody literally told me that. So then what does your school transcript say? Does it say Bahamian? Like, no. On the school transcript, it says black, white, Hispanic, Indian, or other. And then you check off whichever one you are. You check off multiples, or you check off one. So it's just like, for them to sit here and say, oh, I'm not black, I'm this, without understanding that black is the umbrella for all of these different type of ethnicities and races. Is just like, we have different, I don't even know which one is the right word to. We have different races when it comes to, like, you know, where our people, we know that our people came from. But at the end of the day, you look back at history, you realize that the only difference between me and you is a boat stop. Like, your Bahamian self could have definitely came right to America if they didn't stop where they are, because people that are black are basically from the African diaspora. Like, so yes, you can embrace your culture. Like, that is not my big problem. Like, if you want to embrace the culture that you were raised in, the culture that you are, do that. But don't sit here and say, oh, I'm not black, and only think that black means African. Because it's not. Like, it's really not. Like, the whole I'm not black thing is just really rude. Like, that's just rude. Like, what are you trying to say? That you better than me? Like, you better than me because you have this type of race and not African? Like, because you know that you're not African American, you're Haitian or whatever else type of black American, you're no better than me. Like, at the end of the day, this African diaspora, I mean, like, we're all African at the end of the day, if you want to look genetically. But culturally, the way that you're raised, the way that you know of where you came from, the cultures that people were born into, yes, you're that. But genetically, you have African in you. And I know that I might not be, like, perfectly saying every single thing right now. Like, it may not be me saying the whole entire correct truth of it, which is why I would like for people to leave their thoughts down below, because it's just like, I don't know everything in history. I will say I know a good amount. But I don't know all history. I don't know all of the history of the 200 years of the United States. For somebody to sit here and it's just like, I remember in U.S. History 3 class, right? My teacher, we was talking about something. I know he was in, like, the civil rights type of thing. We was in the civil rights part of U.S. History 3. So he was saying how some people's like, oh, I'm not black. Like, some people would want to say, oh, I'm not black, I'm this. Oh, I'm not African American, I'm American. Like, you sound stupid. Like, if somebody want to sit here and say, oh, I'm not at black, I'm American. Like, you so, okay, so American is your genetic makeup. It makes complete sense. Like, it's just, you're American. Your nationality is what you're genetically made. No, you sound stupid. Like, yeah, honestly, it's just, it just really made me upset. I'm just sitting here like, so why don't you want to claim your genetic makeup? Why don't you want to claim the culture you were raised in? Why don't you want to claim that? Like, honestly, that's stupid. That's stupid for you to sit here and say, oh, I'm not this, I'm American. And then when you look back in the American history, when you look back in the whitewashed American history books, you can see that obviously black people were not, like, we were wanted for one thing, you know, we were wanted for our services, but we were not wanted for the same ways that the white people were wanted in this country. We were not wanted in this country unless we're doing work. So for you to sit here and want to say, oh, I'm not this, I'm American, but then you look and then you see the American history that shows that your black tail wasn't wanted, it's just like, it's kind of like make you look like, are you sure, sis? Like, and honestly, I'm an American. I'm born, raised in America. Like, I'm not from Canada and now I'm an American citizen. No, I'm born and raised in America. So when people say bad stuff about Americans, depending on what they say, I look at it like, girl, no. Like, I get defensive about it, but that's just because of how I was raised. It's because this is a country that I live in. But I understand the different circumstances where America isn't the best country. Like, America has qualities that other countries have, America is lacking some of the qualities that other countries have. Like, some other countries, like Canada, they got free healthcare, I think. Not sure, but I think. And people from Canada would be asking me, like, why doesn't America have this? Why doesn't America have that? Girl, I don't know. You ask the people that are running. Like, you ask the people that are ahead of this stuff. Like, I don't know why America is like this. I don't know why America spends a majority of its budget on military. I don't know why America does most of the stuff that America does. Because in American history, most of this stuff is hypocritical. Like, I'm sitting up in government class and my teacher was like, yeah, you hear all of, like, we was talking about like the founding, the Boston Massacre, how we was trying to separate from the British and all sorts of stuff. So he was saying, like, it kind of makes you look like when you hear the people, when you read in the books how it says, oh, this country was built on freedom and pursuit of happinesses and liberty and stuff like that and trying to make your life better, but then you have people over here doing your work when you should be doing your own, and they're being enslaved, being killed, being hurt, and it's just like, what freedom? And then you have problems today, like with the whole like Latinx movement, and you have problems in the 60s, 70s, 80s with the Latinx movement, where it's just like they don't get the same things that the white Americans would get. So it's just like, what freedom? You have wage gaps, you have wage slavery back in the day, learning from U.S. History 1, which I do slightly remember. You have wage gaps, wage slavery in America, but this is a country built on freedom. So it's kind of hypocritical for you to sit here and see this. And it's just like, for somebody to sit here and say, oh, I'm not black, I'm American, and then you look back at this history, for everybody that's a person of color in general, not even just only black, but Hispanic, Asian, all of them, all of the people of color, you look back at the history in general and you just look like, wow, this really happened? This is really what this country is of? Like, this really is how this country is run. Like, this is how you look at it. And that is so annoying, like, for me to be like, oh yeah, they did this, they did that. Like, I'm not discrediting what happened and the good stuff that happened to this country and the reasons why I'm able to sit here and film on my phone today, the reasons why I'm able to sit here in my house and with my TV on, with all of this makeup sitting right here next to me, with clothes and furniture. I'm not discrediting the stuff that has happened for me to be able to do that. But when you sit back and you look back at history in America in general, that leads you to think, well, what was the point? All of this hypocritical stuff is going on, and it's just like, yeah, without the history, stuff wouldn't be the way that it is today. Stuff wouldn't. Time would be different. The future would be different. If everything were perfectly fine, probably most of this crap wouldn't be going on nowadays. Probably most of this bad stuff that you hear about from America wouldn't be happening these days if everybody was just like cordial with each other. But of course, with different opinions clashing together from people from different communities, it's just like you can't have perfectness. You can't have that, because if it's just all perfect, then it's just like everybody's gonna want to be here, right? If everybody's going to want to be here, then that means that some people are going to have a lack of resources, right? Then without the lack of resources, then people are going to be in poverty more than people already are now. Then the money that you need, the taxes will probably go up so that you could be able to, do some stuff, excuse me, with the money. And then minimum wage would be even lower than it already is now. Like, of course, stuff would be different. Stuff would be totally different. But the American history that we have is just like, it is so hypocritical. And if for somebody to sit here and say, I'm not black, I'm American, and you just totally disown, you just totally wipe out the whole fact that you're of African descent, or you were raised in this type of culture, or you were whatever, it's just like, it's just very wrong. It's just very disheartening. I think I'm using the right word to see that happen. It's very disheartening to see that happen, because it's just like, my bruh. Please get it together. Please stop self-hating on yourself. Please stop hating yourself. Like, don't. Like, I just hate seeing stuff like that. I really do. And like on my Snapchat the other day when I was doing my last drive, it was Tuesday, and so I was just scrolling through Tumblr because my driver instructor, he had to stop at the other office or whatever. So I was just sitting there scrolling through Tumblr. Then I read some post. I don't remember it specifically, but I remember what I was saying. I was basically saying, like, if you the type of dude, black dude, to sit here and say, oh, black girls aren't cute, black girls are this, black girls are that, but then you go home and you look at your black mama who going out to go to work, who cooking your black tail some food, who doing all this, who had your black tail. Like, honestly, it's so, like, the colorism in our community is really getting on my nerves, and I really hate that. But the whole point of this whole entire video was for me to sit here and say, stop being coons. Like, stop being coons and disowning who you are. Stop being coons and saying, oh, I'm not black, I'm this. No, you're black, because black is an umbrella for something else. Black doesn't equal African American. Black equals African, Jamaican, Haitian, Bahamian, whatever Rihanna is from. I don't know how to say that correctly, so I'm not even gonna try. That type of stuff. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and leave your thoughts down below. Don't be a bitch. Okay? Thanks. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.